Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds delegation-level talks with visiting Uzbek President Shavkat Mirziyoyev, a number of agreements to be signed between the two nations. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu says human trafficking leads to breach of human rights. Vice President calls for promoting joint family system in the country, says elderly people should be given due care. Enforcement Directorate attaches assets worth 637 crore rupees of absconding jeweller Nirav Modi and his family in connection with PNB fraud case. RBI announces release of 36,000 crore rupees in the system to meet demand of funds ahead of the festive season. Rohit Sharma climbs to second spot, Shikhar Dhawan to fifth in ICC ODI batsman rankings, spinner Kuldeep Yadav up to career best third. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Uzbekistan President Shavkat Mirziyoyev held bilateral talks today in Hyderabad House in New Delhi. The two leaders discussed various issues of mutual interest. A number of agreements and MOUs in the areas of agriculture, external affairs were signed after the talks. Here is a report. We beg your pardon. We don't have that report right now. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj called on Mr. Mirziyoyev today. Both leaders held constructive discussion on cooperation in trade and investment, development, cooperation, education, renewable energy, connectivity and tourism. Earlier, the visiting dignitary was accorded a ceremonial reception at the forecourts of Rashtrapati Bhavan. Uzbek President said, India has a special place in the heart of each Uzbek. He said at the moment India is a rapidly developing nation and confidently strengthening its role as a global power. The Uzbek President also visited Rajghat and paid tributes to the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Mr. Mirziyoyev will also meet President Ramnath Kovind and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu. The PM is now addressing the media.
हमने प्रेफरेंशियल ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट पर नेगोशिएशन शुरू करने का भी निर्णय लिया है। उज्बेकिस्तान के प्रस्ताव पर हमने उज्बेकिस्तान के सामाजिक क्षेत्रों में कम लागत के घरों और ऐसे और भी सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट के लिए $200 मिलियन की लाइन ऑफ क्रेडिट प्रदान करने का निर्णय लिया है। इसके अलावा $800 मिलियन की लाइन्स ऑफ क्रेडिट तथा एक्जिम बैंक द्वारा बायस क्रेडिट के अंतर्गत भी हम उज्बेकिस्तान के प्रस्तावों का स्वागत करेंगे। अंतरिक्ष, ह्यूमन रिसोर्स डेवलपमेंट और इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्रों में उज्बेकिस्तान के हित के लिए भारत के अनुभव से लाभ उठाने का प्रस्ताव हमने रखा है। भारत और उज्बेकिस्तान के राज्यों के बीच बढ़ते सहयोग का हम स्वागत करते हैं। आज आगरा और समरकंद के बीच ट्विनिंग एग्रीमेंट और गुजरात और उज्बेकिस्तान के अंदीजन के बीच समझौते हुए हैं। भारत और उज्बेकिस्तान के बीच कनेक्टिविटी में वृद्धि करने के रास्तों पर हमने विचार किया है। व्यापार और कनेक्टिविटी के लिए चाबहार के एक महत्वपूर्ण कड़ी है। भारत अशगाबाद एग्रीमेंट का फरवरी 2018 में सदस्य बना है। इसमें समर्थन के लिए हम उज्बेकिस्तान के आभारी हैं।
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has said human rights are rights inherent to all human beings without discrimination, and it is the state's primary responsibility to protect and defend these sacrosanct rights. He was addressing the International Human Rights Conclave organized by the National Human Rights Commission, NHRC, in New Delhi today. Mr. Naidu congratulated the NHRC for completing 25 years of protecting and defending the inalienable rights of human beings. The Vice President said the number of complaints received by the NHRC has increased from 469 in 1993 to 79,612 cases in 2017-18, from which 64,670 cases were disposed of. He said this is indicative of growing awareness of rights among people, their growing faith in the NHRC and their commitment to human rights. Mr. Naidu said a strong united action is needed to counter the menace of terror. He appealed to the United Nations to come out with a determined action plan to tackle perpetrators of terror. Speaking on the issue of trafficking and forceful labour, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu said the practice is leading to breach of human rights and violation of right to freedom.
To stamp out this evil, trafficking and all forms of forceful labour resulting in violation of the whole range of human rights, among them the very right to life, liberty and security of person, the right to freedom from torture or cruelty, inhuman or degrading treatment, the right to a home and family, the right to education and proper employment, and the right to health care, even everything that makes for a life of dignity. This is important.
The Vice President said women's empowerment is the need of the hour. He said India has always treated its women as Shakti Swarupinis. Mr. Naidu said whenever women are given responsibility, they are doing exceptional work. He said peace and progress go together and there cannot be any development in an atmosphere of tension. Mr. Naidu said,
peace and progress go together. There cannot be attention and development if you have tension. And these destroying communication in those tribal affected areas, forest areas, far-flung areas, is it going to help the poor people? Questions has to be asked and answers has to be sought. And this is the work of everybody, including Human Rights Commission.
Vice President Venkaiah Naidu has called for promoting the age-old tradition of joint family system in the country, saying this would ensure the share and care of elderly people in society. He was speaking at a function in New Delhi today to mark the International Day of Older Persons.
We must promote and preserve the age-old joint family system. India should revive its traditional family system and stand as a model for all other countries.
The Vice President conferred the Vayoshreshth Samman Awards to several eminent senior citizens, including the noted cardiologist Dr. P. Venugopal. Mr. Naidu said the recognition of their outstanding achievements in the form of the national awards would motivate them to continue their good efforts. It would also be an encouragement to others to emulate their example. He also suggested the renaming of the old age homes as homes for Varisht Jan.
वृद्धजन का शब्द प्रयोग करना नहीं, वरिष्ठ जन ऐसा होना चाहिए और देश भर में ओल्ड एज होम्स का नाम भी बदलना चाहिए, एल्डर्स होम ऐसा होना चाहिए. उसका नाम वरिष्ठ नागरिक आश्रम, वृद्धाश्रम नहीं है.
Mr. Naidu underlined the need for conducting an official survey to find the population of elderly people and make use of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Ayushman Bharat health scheme. He said the government has launched several welfare schemes for providing comprehensive health care and economic independence to senior citizens. The Reserve Bank today announced that it will inject 36,000 crore rupees into the system through purchase of government bonds in October to meet the festival season demand for funds. In a release, the RBI said the decision to conduct purchase of government securities under open market operations (OMOs) was based on an assessment of the durable liquidity needs. The auctions to purchase government bonds as part of the OMOs will be conducted in the 2nd, 3rd and 4th week of October. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The Enforcement Directorate today said it has attached assets worth 637 crore rupees of absconding jeweller Nirav Modi and his family in connection with the alleged fraud in the Punjab National Bank. The agency said the properties, jewellery, flats and bank balances are in India, UK and New York, among others. The ED said the assets have been attached as part of 5 separate orders issued under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Nirav Modi and his uncle Mehul Choksi are the main accused in the PNB fraud case. It is alleged that the two businessmen duped and defrauded the Brady House branch of the Punjab National Bank in Mumbai for an amount of about 13,000 crore rupees in purported connivance with bank officials. GST revenue collection has gone up last month and shows an upward trend as compared to August this year. It has crossed 94,000 crore rupees compared to 93,690 crore in August this year. An official release said in New Delhi that the total gross GST revenue collected in September is 94,442 crore rupees. This includes central GST of 15,318 crores, state GST is 21,061 crore rupees, while integrated GST is over 50,000 crores. 67 lakh GSTR 3B returns have been filed for the month of August so far. Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana is a maternity benefit program that is being implemented in all districts of the country. In Assam, the scheme is being implemented successfully across the state. Here is a ground report from our Guwahati correspondent.
Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana is a maternity benefit program that is being implemented in all districts of the country. In Assam, this program is providing maternity benefits to all pregnant women and lactating mothers. Talking to All India Radio, a beneficiary of the scheme, Babina Chaudhary from Shivsagar district said,
प्रधानमंत्री मातृ वंदना योजना से हमें लाभ हुआ है। पहला जो हमें पैसा मिला है वो 1,000 रुपया और दूसरा इसमें हमें 2,000 रुपया। ये स्कीम हमारे प्रेग्नेंट औरत के लिए बहुत लाभदायक हुआ है।
So far, over 64,000 women have benefited in Assam under the scheme. Monjuri Barthakar, Deputy Director of the Social Welfare Department, said health status of women has improved in Assam.
In Assam, almost in all districts it is running, and the main objective of the scheme is to take care of the health status of pregnant women.
Under Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, a total of 6,000 rupees is being given to each beneficiary. The incentive is also a partial compensation for the wage loss so that the woman can take adequate rest before and after the delivery of the first child. With Manas Pratim Sharma's report from Guwahati, Tripti Srivastav, AIR News.
A Delhi court has granted 7 weeks to the CBI today to obtain sanction to prosecute former Union Minister P. Chidambaram and others in the Aircel Maxis deal case. The court pulled up the agency for filing the charge sheet without proper sanction and warned of appropriate action if required documents are not filed by November the 26th, the next day of hearing. The agency had on July the 19th filed a charge sheet against the Congress leader, his son Karti, 10 individuals including public servants and 6 companies as accused in the case. The judge allowed the CBI's request for grant of some time after senior advocate Sonia Mathur, representing the agency, informed the judge that sanctions are awaited. The Reserve Bank today announced that it will inject 36,000 crore rupees into the system through purchase of government bonds in October to meet the festival season demand for funds. In Bihar, the 5-member 5th Finance Commission headed by Chairman N.K. Singh reached Patna on a 4-day tour to the state for deliberations regarding the distribution of tax proceeds. The Commission will hold talks with representatives of local bodies today. The team will also meet political parties. The Finance Commission is also scheduled to meet Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. Deputy Chief Minister Sushil Kumar Modi told AIR the state government would seek adoption of the 11th Finance Commission model for more share in the central tax proceeds. The Commission is formed once every 5 years to draw up a formula for distributing tax proceeds between the centre and the states. In cricket, openers Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan have made significant gains in the latest ICC ODI rankings for batsmen following India's recent Asia Cup victory in the UAE. Sharma, who led the team in the absence of top-ranked batsman Virat Kohli, has shot up 2 places to the second spot. Sharma aggregated 317 runs while Dhawan topped the tournament with 342 runs to gain 4 slots and reach 5th spot. Another Indian to gain in the rankings is spinner Kuldeep Yadav, who has advanced 3 places to take a career-best third position in the bowlers list. And now, before we close, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds delegation-level talks with visiting Uzbek President Shavkat Mirziyoyev. 17 agreements signed between the two nations. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu says human trafficking leads to breach of human rights. Vice President calls for promoting joint family system in the country, says elderly people should be given due care. Enforcement Directorate attaches assets worth 637 crore rupees of absconding jeweller Nirav Modi and his family in connection with PNB fraud case. RBI announces release of 36,000 crore rupees in the system to meet demand for funds ahead of the festive season, and Rohit Sharma climbs to second spot, Shikhar Dhawan to 5th in ICC ODI batsman rankings, spinner Kuldeep Yadav up to career best third. And with that we end the midday news.